everyone, this is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Tonight we will be doing a reading called Is Your Person a Player? Okay? And those of you who are, getting involved in new connections, possibly meeting new people, maybe looking at meeting multiple people, having dates, etc. You might not know this person too well and you're wondering, is this person a player? Or maybe you've been dating someone for a while, for a little bit here, a month or two, and you're not too sure what their energy is. So we're gonna take a look. Oh, this candle's wobbly tonight. We're gonna take a look at whether your person is a player or not, okay? And at first we're going to look at some animal cards here, and I've got my romance angels as well. And finally, I will have an extended video in the description if you'd like to purchase the extended video for any of these files or any of these piles as well. And we will go into deeper detail about your person and what their intentions are, even deeper in the extended video, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the piles. So we have the green tea light, we have the red tea light, and we have the blue tea light, okay? So pick whatever your eyes are drawn to. I feel like people are really talkative right now. I'm feeling like the psychic veils are really thin. We have a big eclipse coming up in a couple of days, a big solar eclipse in Cancer, in Western astrology, in Gemini, in sidereal, Vedic, Indian astrology. So we have some major events coming up. But as usual, you can skip through the intro and you can go straight to your particular pile, whatever pile that you choose. So let's go ahead and get started. And with that, we'll move aside piles 3 and 2, okay? And let's get right into pile number 1. If you chose pile number 1, you chose the green tea light. If you want to get into more detail about pile number 1 and you want to find out more about your person's intentions, look in the description box below for a link to the Vimeo extended reading video. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and begin your reading. So first we're going to draw an animal card here just to get the overall energy of your person. Okay, Spirit, what is the overall energy of pile number 1's person right now? Okay, we have the butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. So as I was shuffling, I really got the feeling that your person changes a lot, and one day that they could be one way and then another day they could be another way, and that they weren't really staying the same for a long time, which may make you feel like, that this person is a player because they have a lot going on. They're always changing. I'm drawn to the fact that there's a ton of small butterflies all around here. Also, butterflies, they never leave their attention on anything for too long, do they? They always are, their attentions, it's like they're a Gemini or something. Their attentions are easily drawn away. So, but it says transformation is beautiful. So you could just be assuming that your person is kind of a player because they transform, they change, they are constantly coming up with new things to do or places they want to go or hobbies and interests that they want to pursue, and they might not have the greatest attention span, and so you might think that they're kind of a player, particularly if it's some kind of Gemini or Mercurial energy. But let's look at the cards and see if the cards indicate that your person is a player. All right, well, we had a couple cards already turned around in here. The cards definitely need a little more shuffling for your guys' pile. I'm getting here. They need a lot of good shuffling, a lot of good mixing up. So your person might like to mix it up. They might like to be surprising. They might be one of those people that, for women, they change their hair all the time. for guys, I mean, I guess for guys, they could, maybe they're into technology or gaming or something, and they're always playing different games or buying other buying other, I don't even know what they call them, controllers or things like that. Maybe their interest is fleeting. Like, you talk to them and sometimes it seems like they're paying attention, and then other times they're not paying attention. All right, so it's easy to feel like somebody like that is a player, but let's see what the cards have to say about your person, okay? So angels, spirits, and guides. For my pile number 1, please come through and give me some information about their person. Is their person a player? All right, let's take a look. So we have the Hangman, the World, the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so yeah, your person is, and then 10 of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. So your person is sometimes their own worst enemy. I'm getting they they can come across as being very unsettled because, yeah, with the Page of Wands, this person could have player tendencies here. But I'm getting that because they're a page, they're kind of unconscious of it. They don't mean anything by it. I feel like your person is driven by deeper subconscious forces, meaning that, we have the Hangman here and we have the World card. So at one point, this is just speaking to the changeable nature of your person. At one point, they're moving forward and completing cycles and celebrating their successes. And then at another point, they're just completely at a standstill and not really going anywhere, right? And we see it here with the Page of Wands and the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands talks about great strength under adversity or under pressure. And it could be, that your person has kind of this, I don't want to say like bipolar mindset. I don't want to say that. But, they could have times where they're doing really well and things are going great. And then times when they're unreachable and you can't really talk to them. They're not reachable. They seem to have sort of climbed inside of themselves. Okay. And they're unavailable. Like, you don't talk to them or you don't hear from them. And I do get the sense, though, that your person has experienced, great adversity in their life, and they feel that they have to be strong at all times. And so I'm getting that this could be more of a defense mechanism here that they have, rather than being just a straight up no good player, okay? Straight up no good fuck boy or fuck girl. I'm getting that they're just a little bit defensive about their heart and not willing to be super vulnerable. I think, if somebody doesn't understand them, I feel like this person can come off as a player, because you'd be sitting there wondering, well, what did I do to draw this person back from me? What did I do here? And is this my fault, right? So I want to assure you, pile number 1s, that it's not your fault, and that your person kind of has their own inner, their own inner sanctuary. I just heard too, like they have their own way of going within, and this is sort of like the caterpillar stage, and this is the butterfly stage. So they really have that sense of going within and being kind of quiet and secretive, and then bursting forth. And it could be because your partner has, had some adversity in their life, and they've had to be really, really strong and felt like they had to do a lot of things on their own. So they have some defensive patterning here. And, when they were younger, they could have been a major player. If this person is older now, I think that they have tamed some of those influences. But if you're unaware of like your person's patterns and how they do things, and it's kind of a defensive pattern, you may read this as being a player, okay? So I'm gonna pull some cards next for what energy are, but then again, the butterfly is amazing. The butterfly tells a story of transformation. I think your person just got mad at me, like, I'm not a player. you know, with flipping out the Three of Pentacles. I work with people. Hey, tarot reader, I'm not a player. I work with people and I try to help people, right? So I feel like your person got a little defensive there. Yeah, but I'm not going to take that because that wasn't intentional. But I feel like your person isn't intentional about what they do sometimes, but they try to be helpful to people and they try to work with people in this situation and collaborate and be helpful. I'm not sensing any they might be a little defensive. I'm not sensing any really negative energy here, but let's see, what is pile number 2's intention towards them? What is the intention here, Spirit? Okay, so your person could be, not wanting to share you with anyone. They could be not wanting to share their feelings with you. They could be just not really wanting to talk that much. And then I think sometimes it makes you nervous when they pull back like that. When they're pulling back their energy, I feel like it makes you nervous, pile number 1. But their intention, they're kind of crabby and sometimes, and they get upset. What do they get upset about? Okay, they get upset when you come at them and say, what were you doing? Where were you at? When you suspect them of things or if you call them out on things, they get very defensive and they get very pissy about that. And they're like, look, I'm just, they might have somebody that they work with, that they talk to and spend time with and do work with. And maybe you're suspicious about that. And then you come at them and they're like, look, nothing's going on. Everything, nothing's going on here. But they could be hiding something, which has you at this reading, okay? So there could be something that they're hiding here. What are your intentions, pile number 1's person? What are your intentions here? I just heard to break down barriers and move on. So we have the Ace of Swords here. So your person wants to be communicated with and to have you tell them honestly how you're feeling and to not hold things back from them and just come at them with accusations and things that you've inferred from the situation. They want you to take a different tactic with them and just communicate really clearly with them. Tell them what your fears are, let them know what you're thinking and feeling, etc. So I'm getting that your person wants you to have, their intention is to have better communication with you and for you to have better communication with them. And I'm feeling like they're complaining a little bit about the communication that you guys have had with each other. I'm not getting a sense here that they're talking about anybody else. You might be suspicious of somebody. Reconciliation. So yeah, you could be, it could be that you guys had a fight and over this issue or a small fight or interaction about it, and that there's reconciliation on the horizon for you. Okay, that would be great. I get the sense though that you feel like, or your person feels like, it's impossible, right? The reconciliation, it's just, I get the feeling that there's some annoyance here in this connection with this questioning. It says, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So if you are really kind of beating down on this person to find out what's going on, etc., maybe ease it up a notch. You could ease it up a notch. I get the sense that this situation over here that you're worried about, like a work situation or somebody that they spend time with at work, is not a big deal. I think it's just more intriguing to them from a work perspective, and that you are the one that's kind of, being, I'm sorry, I said you like that, pile number 1. I felt like your person just entered my brainwave there for a second, and you are saying this, So, Separation, yeah, you might have had a separation from your person, and then you have some kind of a reconciliation, and then you are back to loving yourself and loving each other and being attracted to each other again. But there was some mention here, like I do think there might be a little something that your person is hiding. It doesn't feel to me that your person's with anyone else or that anything else is going on, but there is some suspicion from your end here. Maybe it's because you guys haven't had the chemistry that you've had in the past, and so you think, oh, they're off, doing something else, right? Or, because you don't hear from them for a couple of days and you start to doubt your chemistry and think anything is really there. And so maybe that's what you are suspicious about, pile number one. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck here is it's safe for you to love. So it could be just suspicions that are kind of getting you up in arms. But I will say, my pile number ones, I'll get you one more message here because the reading just doesn't feel complete yet. But I am going to take this over to Vimeo where we will really dig more into your person and what their defensiveness is about here. And, what, if anything, that they're hiding from you, okay? Will you go on a date with me? I promise I won't bite hard. Okay, so your person likes kinky sex. They want to go on a date with you. Want to probably get that chemistry going again and get you guys back into a good space. All right, pile number one. So I'm thinking your person is not a player. It's just that they can come off that way. So I believe that's your answer. And I will see you in the extended reading. If this is where we part ways, have a beautiful day and evening. Okay, and with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to pile number two. All right, pile number two. The question we're asking, if you chose the red tea light, this is your pile. We're asking the question, is your person a player? Okay, and we're gonna find out some of their intentions, etc. If you're interested, go to my extended reading in the description box. You'll find the link to it on Vimeo. If you want to purchase the extended reading, we will go into much greater detail on your person's intentions. But with that said, buckle up, pile number two. I don't know why I felt like saying that, but buckle up, baby. Here we go. First, we're gonna get an animal card to really kick it off here. So spirits, angels, and guides, can you please help me discern here for pile number two? Is their person a player? Is pile number two's person a player? All right, I feel like we got it here. Moth spirit, surrender now, okay? So with the surrender now, we could talk about your person having some habits that are not beneficial to them, and that they need to give up some habits and surrender some things in their life that are not working out the way that they want them to. And with the red here, I'm definitely feeling the root chakra, which the root chakra is, of course, at the bottom of the spine, and is when we do have sex with people, we call it root chakra hookup, right? Your person could be an Aries, they could have Mars energy, they could be a Scorpio. They might have some stubborn patterns that they've held on to for a long time that they need to surrender those patterns now. So we have, there's a song that says, the moth doesn't care that the flame is there, because the moth has a sweetheart deal with the flame, okay? The moth doesn't really care because the moth is attracted to the flame. So that could be, that's a song by Amy Mann called The Moth. So maybe you guys should listen to that. But it's basically, that song is saying like the moth just disregards that anything could be a problem and just goes for it because the moth is attracted to the flame. So your person might have some problem with impulse control, okay? But, and that could indicate somebody who's a cheater, but or somebody, why did I say cheater instead of player, okay? I'm not sure if that's, I guess they're kind of one and the same thing, but You know, player just kind of talks about somebody you're dating. Cheating implies like I don't know. I see them as a little bit different. So, but let's get into the cards here. So spirits, angels, and guides for my pile number 2. Is pile number 2's person a player? Are you a player? Pile number 2's person. I feel like your person is cocky. They're like winking and saying maybe. 8 of Cups. Okay, so yeah, I think they could have some tendencies, but let's keep looking. Princess of Swords. Okay, attention of a fruit fly. 6 of Swords. And the Star. Okay, well, they surprised me with the Star. So, and they have the Prince of Cups on the bottom of the deck here. So the Prince of Cups is like the Knight of Cups in a regular tarot deck. And the Knight of Cups can be a player. They can be like really romantic and poetic, but you know, being romantic and poetic with everyone in the negative side of it. But I feel like your person leaves behind a lot of things. So I feel like your person can kind of be kind of rash at times and do things without thinking and just say things without thinking. And I feel like sometimes they do talk to other women or other men besides you, and they do it in secret, okay? And I feel like they're telling themselves, I don't mean any harm by that. Like, it's okay, I don't mean any harm by that. I'm a good person, you know? But I do feel like your person sometimes, you know, does things that you wouldn't be super, you know, entertained with. I feel like your person could maybe have had open relationships in the past or had non-traditional type relationships. And they could be trying to leave that behind now and trying to kind of walk the straight and narrow. But I think that your person's kind of differently abled when it comes to relationships. And I think that they're very unique. We have Aquarius here twice. We have the Star with Aquarius, and we have the 6 of Swords, which is Mercury in Aquarius. I feel like your person's very analytical, and it is in their head a lot, and that they turn away from their heart space a lot. And I think sometimes they don't realize why they're doing what they do. It's not cute, pile number 2's person, just to tell them, I'm telling them that right now for you. But they might think they're really not doing any harm by it, by just chatting with someone, just briefly like sending a few texts to someone or some light emails. They might think, oh, it's no big deal. It's really not a big deal. I don't mean anything by it. But I feel like, you know, if your person was to go any farther with it, it would be crossing the line here with the Knight of Cups. So I feel like your person needs to really watch their behavior and get honest with themselves about their behavior, okay? And they could really just, I do see them sending messages and being kind of unaware of how what they do affects other people, and them thinking that I'm a do no harm. You know how doctors take an oath of do no harm? Your person's like, I don't do any harm in my relationships. I keep to myself, right? I keep things to myself. I don't do any harm. I just love everyone, Aquarius energy. I'm different, and I don't like traditional commitments, so don't hold me down, baby, you know? And, you know, this might be frustrating for you, pile number 2. This might be a little bit annoying. I feel like their intention is to bed you down and to sleep with you and enjoy you. And I feel like they want to conquer you with the 6 of Wands here. I feel like, you know, like it could easily turn into kind of a face-off with you and this person. You might have some kind of a face-off in the future with them about some of this. You might be sticking to your guns and they might be sticking to their guns. But ultimately, I see that your person is very fiery and like, you know, kind of a little bit of a troublemaker in a way, but they don't think that they mean anything by it. Now, this all depends on you, pile number 2. I think this depends on how, number 1, secure you are with this person, and also number 2, your propensity towards non-traditional relationships as well. Like, if you guys could get on the same page, this could be successful, I feel like, if you could get on the same page, okay? But what is their intentions here? 4 of Pentacles, well, I definitely think that they want to put you in their little cage and come and feed you every day. And, you know, I do think they want to have something stable with you. And I do think that they want to, you know, have something like, you know, it's like they have all these non-traditional relationships I feel they've had in their life, but I do feel like their intention is to either make you believe that a traditional relationship is possible with them, or that they would kind of just like to keep you for themselves. It's like they can go and maybe have little flirtations, etc., but they don't want you to do the same thing, you know, or they might get jealous or something, you know. So they don't want you to go, what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander, if you know what I mean. I see a number 9 here too, so that could be somebody's birthday. I see a number 12 and a 7. That could be somebody's birthday or birthday month. You know, so take that as it resonates. Again, with the Gemini energy with the 6 here. Princess of Pentacles. I think your person finds you very alluring, and I think that they understand that you don't want to take any shit. I feel like you get pissed, all right? You want things to be balanced between you guys, and you're very beautiful, all right? Pile number 2, you guys, if you don't want to have this kind of a situation, you don't have to put up with it. I see the look on your face is like, I'm not, you know, like, no, sorry. I see that you can be kind of annoyed with this person and how non-traditional they can be. And I don't get the sense, pile number 2, that you're like not a confident woman or man. I feel that you are a confident woman or man. But this person is kind of testing the limits of your confidence and your ability to kind of hang in there, right? So I do feel like you want balance with this person and you want them to be equal. But if they get to text people and talk to people, you're like, hey, I'm going to do it too, right? Like, I do get the sense here that there's some of that kind of energy going on from your person. The Tower. Okay, so yeah, I feel like your person's trying to create this structure with you and trying to put everything into context for you and try to help line everything up. But the fact of the matter is that there are forces outside of this relationship greater than the relationship. You guys might be dealing with another Leo. You might be aware of a Leo. You might be a Leo or aware of another Leo in this situation who's strolled in on the scene or kind of been there all along. And, you know, there's a part of you that isn't impressed with this whole thing. That's like, why am I wasting my time on this? It's just going to lead to bullshit, right? It's just going to lead to the Tower. So I can see here that you're feeling conflicted about this relationship and whether it has any future stability or not. Okay, and so and you both could be younger, you know, like just younger in age, and you know, kind of just, you know, when you're younger, you don't want to commit to anything too soon because you have your whole life ahead of you, and you know, there's destiny to fulfill. So I definitely feel like both of you are not super, I mean, you as pile number 2, you might be more ready to kind of have that in your life, but your person, I feel like, is not there yet. They're not there yet, and truth be told, you could have your reservations as well. I definitely feel I see your reservations in this reading. Okay, so Spirit, is this person a player for my pile number 2s? 6 of Pentacles, so Moon and Taurus. This person definitely likes to have their fun, but I do get the sense that your person wants to keep things cool with you. I get the sense that your person doesn't want to piss you off and understands that when you're mad, you can be pretty vicious, all right? I mean, not like horrible, but you can be like a woman or man scorn when you're mad. So I get the sense that your person wants to keep the harmony and keep the peace with you. They're like, I'm a lover, not a fighter, wink, wink, you know, like that's kind of their vibe. I feel like they want to keep things on the up and up with you, and they want to keep things steady and even and equal. But that's what they want. But I also feel that your person can't really help themselves with the Chariot here. They kind of just go and do what they want in a way. And I do get a sense that this vision that they're trying to sell you of, oh, it's going to be great and it's going to be this and that, is kind of murky, okay? It's kind of founded on some shaky principles. I feel like they're attracted to you, no doubt. They are definitely attracted to you. And, you know, I don't know, do they want to add you to their harem, or what do they want to do here? But we have Venus and Scorpio, so there could be some secrets here for sure. And you could not have the full picture here, my pile number 2s. So I would say just be very careful with this situation if you're not looking for a more non-traditional relationship style. If you think that you could change this person, or like, you know, be like, I know what you did last summer type of vibe to them, they are going to deflect that. They will try to weasel their way out of that if you try to hold their feet to the fire. I think they're going to kind of like slip from your grasp because they want everything to be harmonious. So if you do confront them, I feel like you're going to get kind of a bit of a mess on your hand. And I do feel like your person could string people along and make them all try to feel like they're important, okay? So I'm going to say watch yourself, pile number 2, with this person. You seem confident and beautiful and sexy, so you don't have to put up with anything you don't want to put up with. First of all, if you're enjoying yourself in this situation, 6 of Wands, by all means, enjoy yourself, right? But know that, you know, take the situation for what it's worth, is what I'm saying, okay? So if you feel like joining me on the extended reading, oh, whoops, I forgot to, I'm going to draw a couple of romance angels for you guys. But as I was saying, if you want to join me in the extended reading, you can go to the link below and head over to Vimeo, where I will be, I'm going to be going through in depth what your person's intentions are and see if they're hiding anything. Okay, past life relationship. Yeah, this could be like a, you know, can't really keep your hands off each other vibe. Like your person could be very taken with you for some reason. Like, well, not just for some reason, obviously. They're taken with you because you're gorgeous, amazing, sexy, handsome. But this could be a past life relationship for sure, okay? Pay attention to the red flags. Yeah, like I was saying, pile number 2, pay attention to the red flags. You already know what they are. I already explained them to you. The Chariot here, you can get the hell out of there if you're not into it. You're not betrothed to this person, so you can literally haul ass on out of there if you're not feeling it for some reason, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope you loved it. I know it's probably not what you wanted to hear, but but I think you already know. A tarot reading should tell you probably just what you already know in your heart of hearts, okay? Should just validate what your intuition's already telling you. All right, my pile number 3s. If you chose pile number 3, you chose this blue tea light, okay? And what we're gonna do is, after this reading, if you're interested, you can go to Vimeo, click the link below in the description box, and get further details about your person and their intentions and what's going on with them, okay? And what to expect. But with that being said, let's go ahead and go into your reading. So pile number 3. Is your person a player? Pile number three's person. Pile number three's person. Be nice to my pile number threes. Okay. I feel like I'm giving a little lecture. But your person's like, I am nice. Okay. So pile number three. Are you gonna be nice to my pile number threes? And are you a player or not? What's going on? Okay. Is your person a player? Let's take a look. Turtle, slow and steady wins the race. Okay, right out the gate, I'm gonna say that your person is not a player. We'll see what the cards say. I could be premature here, but we wouldn't want to be premature with the turtle spirit because slow and steady wins the race. But this number reduces to an 8, which is all about abundance and success and reaching goals, and the turtle spirit definitely has that energy with it. Slow and steady wins the race. I feel like your person might be kind of slow to commit, which might make you feel like they're a player, but I don't think the turtle is ancient, and the turtle travels long distance, right? And yeah, I'm not getting the sense from this card right out the gate that your person is a player. They could just be slower to commit and show their feelings, right? But let's check it out. All right, so spirits, angels, and guides for my pile number 3. Is their person a player? Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles and we have the 4 of Pentacles, all right? So no, I'm getting that your person likes to protect their investments. Whatever they are investing in and whatever they hold dear to them, I get the sense that they want to protect their investment and that they will be there in good times and bad times, okay? In sickness and in health. So I'm not feeling, like I said, I'm not feeling a major player vibe. I'm just thinking with the Pentacles energy, we have some very slow moving energy, okay? Queen of Swords, no, I think your person tries to know exactly what they want and be very analytical and rational and decide what they want and communicate what they want before they get involved in something, all right? So no, I'm not getting, your person could be very mature with the way that they communicate and speak to others. They could have, struggled with some challenging circumstances in their past, financially or with work, or just kind of to hold situations together in the past with a lover in the past or somebody they were with in the past. Like they might have felt like everything was on their shoulders and they had to hold everything together, and it could have taken that toll on them, and that's why they're slow to commit. Yeah, they were moving on from a situation in their past that was challenging to them, where their guides were giving them specific messages about letting go and moving on. And they had their eyes closed in this situation before. They weren't really seeing what was happening. They were trying to build something with someone and it went really wrong and it didn't work out and they had to move on, okay? And that's why you might be here with this reading asking about them, because you might be thinking, oh, do they just want to screw me and leave? No, I don't get that. I don't get that your person wants to do that. I think they're just, take things slowly and they protect their heart because they've had to, they went in the past, they went into situations a little bit blindly with their eyes closed and it burned them. And so I feel like they're just very discerning now about how they work, how they move in relationships and what they invest in, just making sure that it isn't them just bending over backwards to help someone else while the other person just is cold and turns their back on them, right? So yeah, your Chariot here with your person. This Chariot, I feel like, is very much wants to move in the direction that they feel spiritually guided to. Your person could be a kind of a spiritual person or more mature than what they let on at first. Your person is not afraid to move on when situations need to be moved on from and clear the energy. Your person is also, even though they went through these times in sickness and in health and had hard times, your person still has a lot of vitality and confidence for living life, okay? So they haven't given up. They want me to share with you that they haven't given up. They haven't given up on love. They haven't given up on themselves or the future. They are full steam ahead when it comes to building their life and growing as a person, okay? It's just that they take a little bit longer at relationships. Three of Wands. Yeah, so your person could like to date and explore the options, because I get the sense that your person's very picky about who they spend their time with and the caliber of person that they spend their time with. So they kind of go out on an expedition, if you will, to find out who someone is and if, you know, that's somebody that they want to invest in and spend time with. Okay, definitely getting Pisces energy, Virgo energy, Gemini energy, Aries, Taurus, Scorpio. Okay, so if those are, it doesn't have to be, but that's just what I'm getting, okay? So, yeah, I get the sense that your person has a lot of hobbies and interests too, and that they know how to keep themselves busy. And you might mistake that for them like being with other people or having, you know, ill intentions or something like that. And I don't think that's the case though. I'm not feeling that. I think that they try different things because they're a curious person, and B, want to make sure they're making the right choices, okay? Knight of Wands. Okay, so your person could be very sexual towards you. I definitely see them with a lot of passion and fire. As much as a slow mover as they can be about forming relationships, I do get the sense that they are sexually very liberal and that they want to move in on that ass pretty quickly, right? Which could have you thinking like, oh, they're a player, right? Because they want to move in on it. And they want to like hurry up and set a date and make a plan and move in on it and all of that. And they want to, you know, kind of come at you in a little bit of a more aggressive kind of a way. So you might be thinking, oh, this person's a player, right? But I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think your person just is sexually like into you, and you like charge them up sexually. Like you actually motivate them to to move on from this energy that they were in the past with. I get the sense that this person has a lot of vitality and a lot of energy, even if they're older. Like even if they're older in age, they have a lot of vitality. They have a youthful spirit to them. So that's just their energy, you know? Yeah, Five of Wands, they, you know, they'll get in there. If they feel like somebody else is vying for your attention, Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, I feel like, you know, your person can be conflicted about what they want sometimes and a little bit unsure of it, and they might kind of fight with themselves, or they might see that you could get a lot of attention and get a little bit jealous and a little incensed about that. I think they definitely see that you have options and that you're like them. You also have a lot of projects and passion, and that I feel like you guys sort of mirror each other. Like this reading that I'm talking about with your person could easily be towards you as well, pile number 3. I think you're going to find out that you have things in common with this person. I'm not getting a player energy with this pile, okay? There could definitely be some things to be worked through here with the Five of Wands here, and, you know, kind of like being their own worst enemy and not being sure what they want, and, you know, there could be some of that, or just shit fights going on. There could be some real impulsive energy towards you. I get that it's towards you though, and not just towards a bunch of random people. Like they might impulsively just want to kiss you on the first date, or they might just see you and want to just hold your hand right away and kiss you right away and kind of come on like really fiery and passionate. And it might have you thinking, oh, this person's a player, but I don't think they are, okay? Pile number 3, wedding? No. This situation involves marriage, so this person's not a player towards you. I don't see that this person is a player towards you. And then we have it's safe for you to love. So again, I don't think we have calling in your soulmate here on the bottom of the deck. So you both could have been wishing for each other and calling each other in. But in the extended reading, we're going to go into more details about your person, what happened in their past here, where their energy has been at, and how they're going to come at you from a sexual perspective as well too, because I am seeing that. So we will go into that in the extended reading. But with that, I will leave. If this is where we part ways, I'll leave you here. And thank you so much, pile number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed your reading, and we'll see you again soon.